What if I told you that the fate of the Cleveland Browns' 2025 season might rest not just on the shoulders of one man, but on the impact of three, each at a crossroads of expectation, potential, and adversity? What if, behind the scenes of one of the NFL's most dynamic defensive lines, a story was quietly unfolding, one of leadership without helmets, of a rookie getting into trouble, and of a megastar re-signing not just for glory, but for responsibility? I'll tell you all about it in detail, but first, be sure to hit that like button. Let's go. Let's talk about Myles Garrett. The Cleveland Browns didn't just double down on their franchise cornerstone this offseason, they tripled down. They signed Garrett to a jaw-dropping $160 million contract, instantly making him the highest-paid non-quarterback in the entire league. This wasn't just an investment, it was a statement. The Browns are all in on Garrett, and they're betting the entire defensive identity on his presence. And with that comes a pressure that's anything but ordinary. But here's the twist. Garrett isn't running from it. According to defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, Garrett is embracing the weight of expectation. Schwartz, not one to mince words, drew on pop culture to make his point clear. With great power comes great responsibility, he quipped, referencing the famous Spider-Man quote. He knows Garrett's got the spotlight, the contract, the accolades, and now, the challenge of delivering an even greater season than ever before. And Garrett's resume is no joke. 6 Pro Bowls, 4 first-team All-Pro selections, 2 second-team nods, a Defensive Player of the Year, and a relentless motor that turned him into a terror for offenses last season. We're talking 47 total tackles, 22 of those for loss, a career high, plus 14 sacks, 28 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. The numbers scream dominance. But Schwartz thinks the best is still to come. He believes this version of Garrett, supercharged by contract validation and team expectations, is poised to break through even his own sky-high ceiling. But here's where the story gets even more layered. The Browns didn't just hand Garrett the keys and hope for magic. They got him help, real help. With their first 2 picks in the draft, Cleveland selected defensive tackle Mason Graham and linebacker Carson Schweissinger. These aren't just prospects. They're pieces of a plan, strategically chosen to amplify Garrett's impact and reshape the entire defense. Now, let's zero in on Mason Graham. The Browns shocked many by trading out of the number 2 pick, passing on phenom Travis Hunter. That move sent a clear message. They believed Graham was a foundational talent worth the gamble. And with Myles Garrett lined up next to him, the Browns are betting that this rookie won't just survive, he'll thrive. Schwartz explained the genius behind this pairing. See, when Garrett is on the field, offenses commit extra bodies. Not just chips and double teams, sometimes triple teams. It's that extreme. But that chaos creates opportunity. If the center is sliding to Garrett, guess who gets singled up? The guy next to him. That guy is now Mason Graham. If he can capitalize, if he can make offenses pay for focusing on Garrett, the Browns might have just built one of the most disruptive lines in the NFL. And Schwartz's system is tailor-made for a breakout. He doesn't ask linemen to wait and read. He demands penetration, aggression, disruption, speed. Graham's college tape showed he has that rare blend of size, smarts, and quickness. He's not just a gap filler, he's a playmaker. And Schwartz believes the rookie's production at the college level, already outstanding, might only scratch the surface. There's still meat on the bone, he said, hinting at a potentially monstrous jump in the pros. But let's not forget the third man in this quiet revolution, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He won't play a snap in 2025 due to a devastating neck injury. His career, at just 25 years old, is now clouded in uncertainty. Yet, despite being sidelined, he's making an impact that might be just as important. During OTAs, Schwartz and the team repeatedly emphasized his presence, his energy, his mentorship, his leadership. This isn't just lip service. JOK was on his way to an All-Pro season last year before the injury in Week 8 against the Ravens. He had already made the leap from starter to Pro Bowler and was headed for something even bigger. And now, from the sidelines, he's becoming a symbol of resilience, of unity, of the spirit the Browns are going to need to fight their way out of a 3-14 hole. They've turned to rookie Carson Schweissinger to fill the void. And the UCLA product? He's got the raw materials. 136 tackles, a nation-leading 90 solo stops, 4 sacks, 2 picks, all in one season. Schwartz admits he's still developing, still adjusting. But he's big, he's athletic, and he learns fast. If Garrett is the enforcer and Graham the rising threat, Schwesinger might be the wild card that brings the linebacking core back to life. So that's the setup, Browns fans. A record-breaking contract. A rookie with a shot at greatness. A sideline star turned spiritual leader. This isn't just another preseason. This is a moment. The defense is evolving. And whether it collapses or conquers might come down to how well these three threads intertwine. Now, what do you think? Will Myles Garrett rise to an even higher level with all eyes on him? Can Mason Graham be that rare rookie who hits the ground running? And is JOK's influence enough to inspire a turnaround season? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Because what happens next could define an era in Cleveland football. You've got the heart of your defense sidelined, the soul of your locker room stepping into a new role, and a franchise icon standing tall under the spotlight. But here's the catch. None of this works if the Browns don't translate potential into performance. Myles Garrett's greatness is unquestioned. But in the NFL, past dominance is a memory. What matters is the next snap. The next game. The next sack. That's why 2025 isn't just about him repeating excellence, it's about evolving. With a fresh contract comes fresh scrutiny. Every move will be dissected. Every missed opportunity magnified. And Garrett knows it. But he's not shying away. He's stepping into the role of tone setter. Leader. Mentor. And the mentorship part? That's where Mason Graham comes in. This isn't just a rookie tossed into the fire. It's a calculated pairing. Garrett draws the spotlight, Graham finds the space. It's chess, not checkers. Schwartz knows that when Graham's one-on-one, he can dominate. But what's more important is that Graham understands the assignment. He's already soaking up the system, adjusting to the speed, and applying his natural instincts. It's that rare intersection where raw talent meets high-level coaching and the example of one of the league's best players. Carson Schwesinger, meanwhile, is the wild card. He's not replacing JOK in spirit, that's impossible. But on the field, he brings a relentless motor, a physicality that doesn't flinch, and an uncanny nose for the ball. His 90 solo tackles weren't an accident. He reads plays with quickness and strikes with purpose. Schwartz sees it. Teammates see it. Browns fans? You're about to see it. But don't overlook the intangible. That glue that holds it all together. That's Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. From the sidelines, from the meeting rooms, he's not just supporting, he's inspiring. This is what teams are built on. Not just talent, but culture. Not just schemes, but belief. So here we are, Cleveland. A defense on the brink, not of collapse, but of a breakout. And it's all starting to take shape. Tell us in the comments, how do you see Garrett's leadership impacting Graham's rookie season? Can this defense live up to the hype without JOK on the field? Let's get your takes. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Go Browns!